Aries. Aries symbol. Today's transits seem to lead to misjudgment, dear Aries, but they're good for stretching your mind. Consider that unrealistic expectations don't do you any favors. Watch for going too far, chasing something that you may not genuinely want. With self-awareness, you might discover areas of your life that need an upgrade or special attention. A new perspective can emerge from the contrary theme of the day, or you might take an exciting detour. Restlessness stirred today can give clues as to what may be missing from your life. However, it may be best that you avoid stretching yourself too thin. Taurus. Taurus symbol. You might rather restlessly seek more enjoyment or meaning today, dear Taurus, but you should watch for unrealistic expectations. The tendency is to shoot a little too high or chase things you don't truly want or need. Temporarily, relationship problems can magnify if expectations blow up. Keep in mind that others may not be seeing you clearly, or they could misunderstand your actions or affections just for now. It may be better not to express your ideas or feelings too quickly. Instead, draw upon your common sense. Ideally, you open your mind to new experiences and possibilities, but not go too far with this. Feel your desires and enjoy them, but be a little wary of those that are a bit too sudden or overpowering to be true. Gemini. Gemini symbol. Watch today for making too much of a situation, dear Gemini, as decisions can suffer if you do. Aim to feed a restless spirit with a varied routine, conversation, or knowledge. It's best to find a happy medium between filling your responsibilities and satisfying your desire for experience and excitement through drawing on patience and self-awareness. Mistakes made now are likely due to overblown expectations or lack of foresight. As well, promises made today aren't easy to keep later. Current transits might steer you away from your priorities temporarily, or they can challenge your concentration or commitment just for now. You may only need to freshen up your mood with a change of pace or scenery. Additionally, keeping expectations in check puts you in a far better position to enjoy yourself. Cancer. Cancer symbol. There is a tendency to make promises that are hard to keep today, dear Cancer, or statements that others take as more than they are. With today's transits stimulating a tendency to go overboard, it may be best to remind yourself of your usual limits and aim not to push them. These things are resolvable, perhaps even nipped in the bud with some mindfulness. You may want to shake things up a little and do something different, and current dissatisfaction can lead to meaningful improvements. In truth, you may be divided on how much intensity you want from your activities or interactions. Be on the lookout for becoming misguided by your whims, and you'll have a much better day. Leo. Watch for mistakes made by ignoring or glossing over details today, dear Leo, with Jupiter energy prominent and challenging. There can be restlessness that might lead to seeking new pleasures or making some changes and improvements. Or, it might lead you astray, so do watch for overblown expectations. Try not to push beyond your usual limits for best results. While someone's perspective can be informative, it's better not to be swayed by promises or take too much to heart under current transits. Things that seem a little too good to be true may benefit from a wait-and-see approach. Use this energy for stretching your thinking and seeking out new things to do. Virgo. It can be all too tempting to take on too many projects or line up more activities than you can reasonably manage today, dear Virgo. A good measure involves asking yourself if you'd be able to do these things on a regular day when energy levels and moods are just ordinary. Jupiter energy is strong but challenging, pointing to possible misjudgments. As such, making impactful decisions or promises based solely on the current mood can be a mistake. Keeping your future self in mind, you might aim for a little moderation today. Procrastination can be an inclination, or you might end up spending a lot of time on something that holds little weight. Watch also for reading too much into information you receive, aiming to take things with a grain of salt. Libra. Today's transits can too easily lead to jumping to conclusions, dear Libra, or throwing yourself into situations without enough thought. Watch for impulsiveness with communications, money, and love. As Venus forms a square to Jupiter, there is a tendency to be a little careless or overindulgent. While you should watch for making too much of a situation, the energies of the day may very well push you to try something new or to discover a new and improved method. Still, you might overvalue something if you're not careful, so aiming to wait and see seems your best bet for now. Scorpio. The moon spends a good part of the day in your spirit sector, helping you rise above the minor problems, dear Scorpio, and current transits suggest there can be more of these than usual. You might experience a building desire to advance or enjoy something new or different but might end up only spinning your wheels right now. You can have good intentions to make improvements, but if things don't run smoothly, you might lose interest quickly. Aim to moderate your expectations. It's not the best day for productivity as the tendency is to overreach and lose inspiration far too quickly. It would be best to center yourself and think about what's missing, and then consider pacing yourself as you set out to pursue it. Be kind to your future self by taking it easy today. Sagittarius. Today's transits suggest strong enthusiasm but lack follow-through, discipline, or practicality, dear Sagittarius. It's temporary, but it's also wise to pace yourself and keep things moderate. It's best not to feel pressure to start something too quickly today, and speaking too soon on a matter can also be problematic. Try not to take on too much to the point of overwhelming yourself. The inclination can be to begin a project or endeavor with excitement, but it may not get off the ground until you iron out a few more details. A good mood or overestimation of feelings and capabilities can lead to making commitments or promises that you later regret. Enjoy yourself, but pace yourself as you do. Capricorn. There is some tendency to overdo things or push your limits today, dear Capricorn, with Jupiter strong and problematic. You're more sensitive to things that feel dull or meaningless, which can stir some restlessness. While you can certainly use this energy to make changes, for now, you could be seeing things in extremes, making it better to pace and moderate yourself. You may need to adjust to interruptions and distractions. If you aim to hold off on decisions now, then it's a good time to stretch your imagination and consider new possibilities. Aquarius. There is a tendency to overdo things and speak too quickly or too soon today, dear Aquarius, leading to minor problems. Jupiter in your sign is in challenging aspect to Venus, inclining you to want more from your life. Consider that even if you get what you want, it may not satisfy if you are not in touch with your actual needs. Watch for acting out of character today, aiming to steer clear of exaggeration. Self-restraint and patience can save the day, and you might enjoy yourself as you entertain new feelings or discover unknown pleasures. Aim to keep your perspective for best results. Pisces. With Jupiter strong and challenging today, dear Pisces, it's better to watch for careless moves or words. The inclination is to wing it, which can be spontaneous and fun on a regular day but may not be wise just for now. If a plan of action is missing today, restlessness can lead to minor mistakes. If you have too many things to manage, you're left with too little time to center yourself. It may be best to self-reflect and aim to understand what you truly need or want, because missing the mark is a real possibility with today's transits. Aim to avoid going over the top or jumping to conclusions. If you can keep things moderate, it can be a time for interesting new insights. You might recognize areas of your life that need an upgrade or refreshment.